Every day I wake up and think, how bad can things get with relationships and dating? Somewhere in the world, a woman opens her smartphone and spits out some crap and belittles men, confirming my point about the futility of having a long-term partner. I sincerely thank God for giving social media the ability to understand what women have always thought of men. I believe that part of what we hear from modern women today is due to feminism, and I strongly believe the other half is their original perception of men. Dear children, in my experience, by dealing with people in general, when they are in a better situation than you or on par with you, they will show you who they really are and say what they think of you. I have family members who have done this and friends who have done it, so I believe the same logic applies to women as well. I want you to remember that men used to be the dominant force in society and women had no power other than raising the next generation. But look what happened when they came to the West from the weaker sex. You can reasonably stand up. Look at the treatment we're getting from them now. Going back to what I said earlier about people eventually catching up to or surpassing your level. I said show your true colors. Isn't this how society is now? How do women treat men? Think about it. Once they start getting better than some men and have their own independence in what they do, they start treating men like crap to the point where they don't even care about men anymore. I know this is an unpopular opinion and probably doesn't make sense in the first place. However, if you see them gaining some power from the women's movement, then they start exercising economic and social dominance over men. Then they started using social media to express their negative views on men. A picture begins to emerge that may not only be talking about feminism. Perhaps this is what they have always wanted to say but have no strength to do it. Not only that, but if you look at the social dynamic between men and women right now, it seems to me that men care a lot more about women than women do about men. Let me explain my reasoning so you don't think I'm talking nonsense. Who do you most often see making videos or giving opinions online that they can't form a relationship with? Most are men. Who do you see wishing things could go back to the 90s, when women were traditional and relationships actually lasted? Most are men. Who do you see feeling insecure about relationships today? It's a man. The only woman complaining about good men online is a washed up, reformed 304 single moms who have ruined their lives, old wrinkled women, women on the brink of economic collapse, desperate women who want a man's seat or money. I rarely hear young women who really matter in the dating market complain that they want good men. Where is the person who wants to commit? You know what these 18 to 28-year-old women are doing? They live for themselves and give nothing to men. This observation is what prompted me to make this video today, because not only young women but women of all ages seem to stop caring about men except out of desperation or need. I've been listening to modern women about all the things they have to say in times when they are winning in life. They don't care about a man's family, virtuous or not. They take care of themselves. If they have kids, they take care of them to some extent. That's all. That being said, these women are selfish and right. I saw them parading in the streets to extinguish their own children. I hear them being blatant, disrespectful and demeaning. I hear from them that they are not ready to settle down and want to enjoy their youth. I've heard and seen enough to realize that these women don't give a shit about you these days. You see, men are the ones who want relationships, men are the ones who want family, and men are the ones who get frustrated because they don't get what they want. It's as if women used to be men and men now want the men women have always wanted. In my opinion, our roles are more or less reversed, which is a sign of men going their own way. I'm not kidding. You have to start thinking if what you want from a woman is worth it when they don't care about you and they are only with you to get the bag. Finally, I want you to understand that divorce is planned before marriage. Thanks to Coach Greg Adams for simplifying why divorce happens so quickly. Divorce was planned before the wedding. Gentlemen, that means she has all the information she needs from the women around her on her wedding day, and the research she's done lets her know she'll be in a good position anytime she's ready to jump ship. Does she take care of you and her, or does she only think about herself and what she has to achieve? Levy went a step further. If someone closes a deal with you and plans their exit strategy before starting a partnership at your expense, does that person care about you? You will say no. But when a woman does, she gets a pass for the stench between her legs and the way she makes you feel. Let me give you a perspective, hopefully strategists who can't leave long-term relationships in women. A lot of the girls you date and your wife don't want to be with you, but that's only because she can't make anyone better. She quotes unquoted, chooses you. For this reason, discontinuation arguments are even a thing. Because if she could get that top man she used to tie to his yacht when she was young and stupid, then you'd never get a chance to propose to her, let alone marry that Jezebel. Make no mistake, Mr. Scam Strategist, your girlfriend or wife's man is financially better off than you and has better gear in their pants to surprise them and rearrange their guts like a Rubik's Cube. So, what makes you think she really wants you to get rid of all her past affairs and casual affairs? The truth is, she's only dating you because she can't do better, or you're the only guy available and stupid enough to put a ring on her finger. And because she doesn't care about you in the first place and is just taking care of herself, she has no problem trashing you and taking every drop of resources she can get from you. These men complain online that women won't stop being 340, They don't understand that she knows what she's doing and that's what she wants to do. Women don't do anything at will. Gentlemen, always remember that pregnancy is not an accident. It's no coincidence that she smokes marijuana. Getting hit by a train in college is no accident. It's no coincidence that she defies her father and is a full-blown cream eater. Everything she did was what she wanted because at the moment she made the decision, she felt like she wanted to do it, and because it felt good in that moment, she did it. Now, in hindsight, as the fallout unfolded, she would feel remorse and want to pass the buck and pretend she didn't know what she was doing. Know that whatever outcome she chooses is hers as long as she is not under the influence of drugs, alcohol, coercion or coercion. Because like I said, she wants to do whatever she's doing. So my question to you is, you know the woman you're dating has a disastrous past, and you now know she does most of the things she wants to do, would you still write her off? You have to answer it yourself, but I know I don't know. Like button guys, if I open your eyes and if you think about what I've said and the tough questions women are asking, you'll see that what I'm saying is more right than wrong. Also, I will share with you one thing to support my argument. Look at seemingly happily married men and tell me if their wives really care about them and are looking out for their best interests. I know married men who will stay out late on purpose so they can have an extra hour or two at the bar or with coworkers so they don't have to go home to take care of their wives and kids. When these guys come home, their wives get into fights and cause riots because of being bishops. This guy had to put up with BSD at work, screwed up and got his tongue slapped by his boss, only to come back to his house, pay him, and be treated worse than his job. After a tiring day, does it look like his wife is taking care of him without the usual decency of letting her husband relax and have a hot meal? I'm telling you, these women don't care about men at all. I've seen women treat their girlfriends and coworkers better than their husbands and boyfriends. I know at least one of you who didn't see it for yourself while watching this video. So I want to ask you, why do you still want to post these women? Of course they don't care about you. They don't even try to hide it anymore. So why do I still hear about men trying to find a good woman and those in bad relationships refusing to leave? Guys, in this special time, if you still choose to be with someone who doesn't want you and only tolerates you, then everything that happens to you is your fault. I dropped my case. Subscribe for more badass facts. Gentlemen, stop putting up with bad behavior and indifference from people when they need them more than you. If you would like to support the channel, please find Lakestar Cashapp and PayPal in the description box below. You can also share the video with those who need this message. If you want to know how modern women feel when men end their relationships, click the on-screen video now.